thought people might be interested in a little look at the mobile depots. They're now on the test server and working, etc, etc. So I thought I'd just go through them a little bit and show you what they are if you can't be bothered to download the whole test server thing. Description, pretty standard, tells you everything you need to know. Mobile depot, blah 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 blah, you can read all that. 45-second activation time, that means when you drop it, it's 45 seconds before you can use it. May not be deployed within 6 kilometers of another mobile depot within 50 kilometers of a Stargate or 40 with Starbase. Automatically decays if abandoned for 30 days. This is something they mentioned at some point. Was it when they announced them that if you don't come back and touch it and use it or scoop it or whatever for 30 days, it'll deploy just to get rid of space clutter. Attributes: capacity 3,000 meters cubed, and a volume of 50 on the Tech 1, on the generic Tech 1 version. There are two meta versions, as you can see in my cargo here. I don't know where they'll come from or whatever. They're on the market on the test server. 50 meters cubed volume, which fits nicely in just about anything except for the new interceptors, where it can fit in them. But they have like 90 meters cubed cargo completely, not completely, whatever. Shield capacity of 5,000 hit points, signature radius 50, which is about a frigate. Structure hit points 7,500, but you'll notice no resists, so although they seem pretty decent numbers, they're actually very very small with no resists. I don't know why they have sensor strength, but they do. 5,000 armor hit points and that blah blah blah. There are three versions: the mobile, the way to, and the yurt mobile depot. They all have slightly different stats, but as I said, I don't know where these other two come from, so we'll have to wait and see. Metal level 2 version, the way to, has 1,000 cubic meters more cargo, making it 4,000 meter cubed, but it's also twice the size in volume, 100 meters cubed. Aside from that, apart from the sensor strengths, it's all the same. I'm not sure why the sensor strengths are different. I don't know if that's sort of, they've generated these with an automatic script and it's just given them greater sensor strength because of the meta level or something, I don't know. The yurt mobile depot, the meta level 3 version, 4 kilometers cubed cargo space, again same as the meta level 2, 1,000 bigger than the meta level 1, but the volume on this one, the meta level 3, is 50 meters cubed, which puts it the same as the standard version. Aside from that, all stats are the same again except for the sensor strength. Everything is the same on there. So yeah, that's the stats of them. So deploying the depots is pretty easy. You just drag from the cargo into space, or you can right click launch yourself. When you deploy it, it deploys 250 meters from you, anywhere in a random sphere around you. Then you get this nice little new, I think it's new anyway, activation timer to show you when you can use it. Then from right click menu you can use fitting service, you can scoop to cargo, you can open its cargo. It lets you put things in the cargo when it's not activated, but I guess it doesn't let you fit. I haven't got any modules to try and fit. So yeah, when it's activated it just does that. It has a similar, when it's put into reinforced mode, it has a similar timer like that. It just in red, it shows you the reinforced time where you can come and scoop it back up again. When you get rid of it, scoop to cargo, just like that. And just because I forgot, a little look at the model of the mobile depot, which ain't too bad looking. It's quite small, but yeah, that's that. So while I can see one, I just wanted to show you what the mobile depot looks like when it's in reinforced. It gets a red timer opposed to the green activation timer. Shows you time, hours, minutes, seconds, blah blah blah, until it's out of reinforced and it can be destroyed. But during that timer you can scoop it up however you can come along and scoop it up and go away with it. So the mobile tractor unit, this is one of the sort of, in my opinion, the little less interesting things, but nonetheless it'll still be useful. It's a 125km effective range, which really, in my experience, is more than enough for scooping up mission loot. A 45-second activation time, again, the same as the mobile depot, where it'll have to not anchor, but similar to anchoring, it'll take 45 seconds after dropping it before you can use it. It may not be deployed within 5 kilometers of a mobile tractor unit, within 50 kilometers of stargates or stations, or within 40 kilometers of starbases. Automatically decays if abandoned for 2 days, just like the mobile depot, except a much shorter decay time, just to stop people dropping them and leaving them and cluttering up things, I suppose. Attributes: capacity 27,000 meters cubed of cargo capacity, which is quite a lot for mission loot, at least, which is what I would use this for. Volume 100 meters cubed, so fairly big for your average kind of ship, I suppose. This golem, well, this is a golem I'm using at the moment, so it's got plenty of room for them, but max lock target's 1, therefore it'll only be able to tractor one thing at a time. 10,000 shield hit points, 100 meter sig radius, so what's that? That's a cruiser or a destroyer. Structure hit points, a lot of structure hit points, maximum target range 125 kilometers, blah blah blah. The main drawback: max tractor velocity 1000 meters per second, so it will take a long time to tractor things a great distance away. But that's that. So let's drop one and see. Again, same method of dropping. Drops it a bit further away than the mobile depot, and we've got our 45-second activation time. Take a look at it. It's interesting, I suppose. It's something. And you can see the little tractors on the top. So yeah, wait for it to anchor. So here I am, 10-11 kilometers from a mobile tractor unit. I'm going to jettison this and see what it does. Nothing, apparently. Oh, there we go. It's going to tractor the cargo container in, and then it empties it into its own cargo. Very nice. So our mobile tractor unit's tractored in our can and taken the cargo out of it. I can just drag that out of there, scoop this up again. There we go. Right, so the one that is of most interest to much of you guys, the mobile Cynosural inhibitor. For one, it has a really awesome model with all this lightning and shit, so yeah, that's cool. 2, it has a funny description, amuses me. 100 kilometer effective range. I don't know if that means effective radius or effective diameter. It would be nice if they could specify that, but guess I'll see in a minute. I haven't dropped on yet. 2-minute activation time. May not be deployed within 200 kilometers of another mobile Cynosural inhibitor, which means if you want to lay out a web of them, you won't be able to have them overlapping and there'll be gaps between them, so clever, or at least people with eyes will be able to sort of avoid them, but you'll be able to restrict them where they can drop Cynos, etc, etc, etc. At least it can't be deployed within 90 kilometers of stargates or stations, or within 40 kilometers of a starbase, and it self-destructs 1 hour after activation, which is plenty of time, I guess. It's quite big, 300 meters cubed, so if you want to carry a lot of them you need something with a big cargo hold. It's got a fair amount of VHP but no armor resists or no resists at all. It's got a fairly big sig radius as well. 400 meters that's show info. I think that's about the size of my battleship here, or yeah, 450 on this column. So it's fairly big, fairly easy to shoot should you choose to. So yeah, let's see what happens when we destroy, not destroy, deploy one. Okay, shows up. It's got its 2 minutes activation timer. It has a sound effect, as you can probably hear. So the mobile Cyno inhibitor is now online. The first thing I'm noticing is that you don't really have a visual indicating how big the range is, you know, like a mobile warp disruptor or an interdiction sphere. So one question I had about the mobile Cyno inhibitor is what happens when you try and light a Cyno in it. I wasn't expecting much, but I just kind of wanted to know. So yeah, you try and light a Cyno in it, you get an error message. Not very interesting really. So I think that just about covers everything about the new Rubicon mobile deployable structures. I hope you found this information useful. If you've got any questions, please feel free to ask, and apart from that, thank you for watching.